Good morning, Facebook family and friends. How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Okay, Wisdom Walk, episode number 39, 2020 Vision. Well, this will be an interesting topic this morning. So I'll start off with the 20. Let's see how good our vision is this morning. So it's a little hazy. It's a little bit hazy. But that's my 2020 vision. And I know most people in their mindset believe when I say 2020 vision, we're going to refer to your actual eyesight and how clearly you can see. So when you go to that optometrist, they tell you have 2020. Some people have 2015 vision, which is kind of cool. I think one of my eyes are 2015 after I had my corrective surgery. Is probably back to 2020 right now. But it refers to the vision that you have when you're looking at that chart and how clearly you can see and how clearly you can see distances and words when you read or signs or whatever. So the 2020 vision I want to talk about today is your 2020 vision on life, your 2020 vision on your reality, your situation. And so many people live their life with this 2020 vision of what you believe. The pond guys are here this morning. What you believe your truth or your vision is or your life is. And we go through this process of learning, and you guys have gone through most of you have gone through all my wisdom walks. And I started with wisdom walk, I think 1 or 2, where we talked about when you were a little baby and how the baby works. I think that one kind of sets the stage for everything that we do. So hopefully you've spent the time to do that. But the 2020 vision is so important because as we go through our life, we have this vision that we're taught by others, we're taught by society, we're taught by the world of what this vision of life is supposed to be. And most of us, in fact all of us, are taught about, going to work every day and getting education. And our parents taught us when we were in my generation that, the older generation was like, get a good government job and the government job will take care of you forever and you'll be fine and you'll never need or ever want in a situation where you lose your job as stable or get into the military as stable. And it gives you this vision that you have that you think is 2020 of your life. And a lot of people live it. And I get it. I understand it because you've been doing it for so many years. And you believe that's the direction you go. You believe that's where life is going to be. And I see some of these memes that shows work till age, 60 or 65 or 70. And the life expectancy is 80 something. And you work all those years and you die 11 or 15 years later. And that's not really living because it's not. So even though you may have 2020 vision by doing what we do every single day, because we get a job, we go through a process of trying to climb that corporate ladder and do what we need to do so you can pay your bills, save a little bit of money if you can, which most people don't, because most people live paycheck to paycheck. And you miss the real vision of life. And you have the 1%ers that don't believe in that 2020. They don't believe in the system of going through the process of working every day. And I understand. In fact, I was speaking to a friend of mine yesterday. He says, I've been following your page so much, and I've been following your wisdom walks and your advice and the things that you're telling us, and I get it. I'm trying to get my wife involved, and what you're saying is making so much sense, but we're so set in our ways, and that's the 2020. We're set in our ways, not the year 2020, 2020 vision. That's your reality, your vision that you see. So you're so set in your ways that you may be in real estate, or you may have your own little business, and you're bringing in some money every single month or week or however often you get paid, and you're thinking that's it. You have your little 401k working, and it's controlled by the big hedge fund gurus that's out there. If you haven't watched my wisdom walk where it says "We the People," highly recommend you go find that "We the People." and they're controlling your destiny. But if you truly want to have 2020 vision and get that 2020 vision of what reality or what life could be like, then you have to break that barrier. You have to break that barrier of normalcy. You have to break that barrier of thinking that what society has dealt us and what the world considers 2020 or what the world considers reality isn't, because it's not. Because that's why the term, the one percenter, comes in. In fact, it was funny. My neighbor, very, very successful guy, been friends for a long time. We have pretty much same like minds. We both have, we both love boating, go to Havasu. He has home in Havasu also. In fact, he's there right now with his amazing daughter for a week. So really, really happy to see them growing that bond. And I saw him yesterday, and he was like, "Wow, I saw your videos from your vacation." And you guys know I always say that I'm not on vacation; I'm on life, because I don't have vacations. Vacations are for people that's escaping their reality or their 2020. I don't escape my reality. I live my reality. I don't have to escape what I do every day to go on vacation. When I'm ready to go, I just go. In fact, I seriously contemplated telling the Queen this morning, "Hey, check out some flights. Let's go back to the Maldives this weekend." And I may still do that. We're gonna wait and see what the pond guys are doing, how the construction is going in the backyard. I'll show you guys that when I'm finished my walk. But depends on what they're doing there. But I was talking to my neighbor, and he says, "Yeah, I saw all the videos." I was telling him about the new Walmart store that we have opening in about 10 days. And the Amazon store will be right after that. I decided to change from Amazon to Walmart because you can scale the Walmart store a little bit faster and you can make a lot more profit right away. It takes about 90 days to get Amazon going because since they're the big boy, their 2020 is they control what you do and how big you can get. So there's a lot more work. It's a little bit slower of a grow, but it's still a good grow. So my goal is to open that up at the end of the month after Walmart takes off. So I was telling him about a Walmart store. He doesn't fully understand crypto, but he's like, "Yeah, let me know how the Walmart store goes." He goes, "Yeah, I saw you guys videos and your pictures of when you guys went out of town." He goes, "Man, that wasn't the one percenters. That was like 1% of the one percenters." And he said that to me, and it kind of made me think. After he said that, I went, that's an interesting topic, because that's why I put on the hat this morning. So the hat I'm wearing is a Burj Al Arab. So the Burj Al Arab is what they call it. And that's the only 7-star hotel in the world. And my 2020 vision is, look, I've stayed in really nice hotels. We rented private islands before, rented suites in Vegas, and been to certain places. And my vision, my 2020 vision was, these places are nice and it's really, really cool and they have nice amenities and yeah. So I could only see what my projected vision is. I can only see what I understand and what I know. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope look, if you haven't gotten anything out of any of my wisdom walks, I hope you get this. The 2020 vision is what you can see. I talked about you can't stretch your own vision before. I mentioned that. And you have to find someone that will take you out of your comfort zone, out of your 2020, out of your 2020 vision zone. Someone that's willing to push the envelope for you and show you there's another way. That's why one of my famous sayings are documentation beats conversation. So I document everything so you guys can see, so you don't think it's a conversation. In fact, it was funny, I went to help one of our team members yesterday at the mall, at the nail shop. She's a little bit technically challenged on her phone, so she is at a point right now that she can retire if she wants. She's a little scared because her 2020 is, I don't believe this is really happening. I think she's up to, let me see if I do the math right. I think she's up to about 7,000 or 8,000 a month with our group. So she's making about $8,000 a month. She's only made it for about a month and a half, but it doesn't change. We'll just keep growing. She doesn't know that yet because her 2020 vision is, this is too good to be true. Even though it's happening to her, she doesn't believe. So the reason why people are stuck and they get stuck in that scenario is because you don't understand, you don't have the vision past your 2020. See, my 2020 is different from your 2020, but I have a mindset that I believe that there's more out of everything in life. So back to like, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, back to like the hotel situation. I never in my wildest dreams ever thought a hotel like we stayed in, like my hat, existed. I really didn't. I remember when they were building it. I remember them saying that they'll be picking up their clients in a Phantom Rolls Royce. Never really saw the rooms, but I remember, you know, they were building it with all pure gold, and it was just something out of this world. Like my neighbor said, like Victor said, you know, he goes, hey, it looks like you're living the 1% of the 1%. And I saw that this hotel was built, they started back in 1999, when the Palms was starting in Dubai. And I remember watching the specials on TV about it and all that stuff. And my vision wasn't to, oh, wow, as soon as that opens, I'm going to run down there and get it done. Because I didn't have the understanding under 2020 to realize that those things are possible. I think when I did the lives from there, I told you guys I'm not going to tell you how much the rooms are. Go ahead and Google it and find out yourself. But I mean, you have rooms that range anywhere from, you know, $5,000 a night to $20,000 a night. So my vision of that will be, what, I have to have stupid money in order to do that. Who in their right mind will spend that kind of money a night? So that's when it was happening. But my vision was so limited. My vision was so limited. Let me repeat that. My vision was so limited, and my 2020 said to myself, oh, there's no way I'll ever do that. But here we are today doing that. Here I am today wearing the hat. Here I am today enjoying the memory that we had a few weeks ago of staying there, staying in this luxury palace that's in a hotel. And when I say luxury palace, it's a luxury palace. So my vision was stretched, my vision changed, my 2020 changed. So I say that to tell you is the same scenario that you have with where you are in life. You may be very, very comfortable. And I was comfortable for years, going on nice vacations, you know, going to Hawaii, going to all these different places and staying in. I remember in Hawaii, my favorite is in the Hilton Hawaiian Village, they have something called the Ali'i Towers. And it's like the elite of their towers. And they have really nice rooms, and it's really nice, but I use the word really nice before my 2020 vision was stretched, before I went to the Burj Al Arab. Now, the Ali'i Towers looks like a normal bedroom at Holiday Inn. And before that, it was like, oh, the Ali'i Towers, that's like the thing. Man, go to Hilton Hawaiian Village and go to Waikiki. Don't stay at the Rainbow Tower, make sure and stay at the Ali'i Tower, and the rooms are the bomb. They look over the ocean. It's 2 bedrooms in one. It's really nice, it's spacious. And I'm like, that's the Holiday Inn compared to what I just did. So my vision, my 2020 vision changed. It changed tremendously because I saw something that I didn't know I can see before. And fortunately enough, my queen is the one that helped me see that, because I did see it. I did see them building it, but I didn't take the time to do the educational process to get it done. So she had to do it for me. And then my whole mindset changed when I got there. So it's the same situation with you, with your career, with your life or whatever. You have to put yourself in a position where someone has to pull you out of your 2020. And you may not understand, but this is exactly why I do what I do. I'm the one pulling you out of 2020, out of your 2020. This is why I do the wisdom walks. This is why Envy was created 2 years and 4 months ago. Everyone thought we were going to be a streaming service. No, that was just our entry point. I don't care about TV. TV doesn't make you any money. TV doesn't give you a lifestyle. It gives you a whole bunch of fake garbage that's on there, and fake news and fake this and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So it's not, oh, the guys are working. So it gives you a whole different scenario. So we started with that, with the mindset that we're going to go to another direction. I have the 2020 vision, what Envy looks like. I knew what Envy looked like from the start of Envy. I knew what Envy was going to look like throughout. I had that vision. Maybe I didn't have the vision of where the Queen was going to take us on vacation, but I had a vision of where Envy would be. So what I'm doing is taking you on this road to stretch your vision, to pull you to another direction. This is why we do the wisdom walks. This is why we go to that direction in life, so you can see that you don't have to continue doing your 2020. I can pull you out of normalcy of what you think is right to go to another direction. That's what it's all about. That's what Envy is all about. That's what we're all about. I'll give you the brief scenario. So we have a company called Envy, and if you want to call it a company, you want to call it a movement, you want to call it a group or whatever, it's really not a company because it's not like a company. Yes, it's an LLC, blah, 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 blah. But our system is very simple. If you need a job or you need something to work on to make an income, we have 3 of those things. We have streaming, we have COVID testing, and we have a marketing system. Some people don't even use those. Then we have our 2 mindsets, because if no one's moving your vision of your 2020, then you won't grow. You can't grow unless your vision's being moved and your vision's being stretched. So we have Wisdom Walks, which is what you're looking at right now, and then we have something called The Good Life, which is an extensive 21-day program that turns into a life program. Of course, those things are free. Then we have our investment portion. That's where the wealthy stay, and that's where most people in this country and most people in this world don't understand, because people think that, oh, I just work and I'll never be able to invest because I have no savings, I have no money, I can't invest. And you're so wrong. You can start off with $50, you can start off with $100, and you can turn that money in a few years into a massive amount of money. But your vision and your 2020 doesn't allow you to understand how big that really can be. I had a young lady call me yesterday, and she says, wow, Clay, I followed you in January and I started with $800, which is interesting. That's the same number I started with, and mine has grown into hundreds of thousands of dollars. But she says, now I have $4,800 in my account. And she goes, that's just remarkable. That's just insane. And I'm like, well, it's remarkable and insane, but you didn't really follow the system. You only did one of the 10 things I told you about. Could you imagine if you did all 10? So, of course, now she's like, you got my attention. Well, of course I have your attention now, because your 2020 just changed. It takes something. It takes something to get you to make that change, make that move, because otherwise you'll be stuck in your 2020. It takes something. It's almost like your health situation. It's almost like if you're overweight and you're not healthy, you don't make a life change on your health until a heart attack happens, or until a doctor tells you you're gonna die if you don't do something. That's when most people make the change. So I don't know what that heart attack will be for you in your financial life. I don't know if it'll be a repossession of a car. In fact, one of the billionaires that's in the United States, I can't remember his name. I think his last name is Scott. He talked about him being in a dark room, and his car was about to be repossessed, and he was in a dark room, and his mother-in-law called him and gave him a scripture to read, and he followed that scripture, and today he's a billionaire. It's interesting. So there's always, if you talk to most successful people, there's always a defining moment when their 2020 changes, when their vision changes from where they are to go somewhere else. There's a defining moment. Well, today I hope this is your defining moment. I hope you make a decision that, you know what, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of going to work every day. I'm sick and tired of not getting and not living the way I want to live. I mean, I love what Victor said, you know, man, you were like the 1% of the 1%. And I like that statement, because that's the vision that I've designed for myself. And I've designed myself for that by showing you what I do on a daily basis. This is not something that I hide. This is not something I keep from you. I show you what I do. The only difference with Envy is if you decide to do the things that I do. That's all it is. It's not like I'm doing something that you can't do. You can have exactly what I have if you follow what I do, and I show you what I do. So we have these 3 things that you can make money on. Then you have your wisdom walks, and you have your mindset training. Then we have our 10 investments. But here's the grand vision of it all, so you understand. Crypto is hot right now, very hot. You may not understand it. That's okay if you don't understand it. You don't need to fully understand it. You just need to know how the process works, right? So you can have the process working for you. Oh, the sun is beating my face. Let me switch around. Hold on. Okay, so you can have the process working for you, but the key to it is we're using crypto right now to get into the 3 largest industries on the planet that I believe that will give you generational wealth that will change your 2020 vision to something that you can only imagine, that you only see in movies, that you think you can never have. It will change you to true wealth. I'm not talking about being rich. Like I gave the analogy, LeBron James is rich. Jeannie Buss is wealthy. She owns the Lakers. He's rich because she pays him, but she's wealthy. He's rich. So you can get yourself in a position in life where you become wealthy. And how you become wealthy is in these three industries. Real estate, they don't make anymore. Retail, you know what the pandemic did. Even before the pandemic, retail is the deal. Look at the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos. Why? Because he's in retail. And then gold and silver. They don't make gold and silver anymore. So those three things we have in our investment club, in our investment group, whatever you want to call it. So what we use is most of you can't afford to buy a retail store right now because it's going to set you back about $25,000, $30,000. Then you have to have some funding money to buy products and everything. You don't have to do work, but you have to have the funds to do it. So most of you don't have that. And if you do have that, then you can jump ahead right now. If you've been fortunate enough that your 2020 vision has put you in a state where you have 100,000, 200,000, 50,000 sitting around making you nothing, now it's the time for you to make a move. You make that move and then you're done. Okay, so but if you don't have that, and what I try to do is I try to talk to the regular people like myself, the people that work for a living, that look, I used to work for a living, or didn't have the financial means or inheritance or someone giving you a whole bunch of money, right? So you can start off at $100 and get your crypto going. Not the way that people think. I don't gamble with crypto. 5 to 10% of my portfolio is gambling. So I shouldn't say I don't gamble. 5 to 10% of my portfolio is gambling, where I buy different coins and watch them go up. Like Dogecoin today is at $54. Yeah, wonderful. That's great. I'm making a little bit of money there, but that's not the plan. The plan is not to flip a coin and gamble and hope that your coins are going up to get rich. No, you have to have a strategic plan. You have to have a strategic 2020, and that's what we have, a 2020 vision that we have on that. So you use your crypto to get to that level. And then you're going to go buy stores. You're going to buy retail stores. And you're going to own a couple Amazon stores, a couple Walmart stores, or 4 or 5 or whatever you have. Then you're going to have your gold and silver being delivered to you every month like I do. I buy gold and silver every single month. Then you're going to go into mortgage notes. And you're going to not own the property. You're going to own the notes on the property. Those are the things that take you to the wealth level. Those are the things that take you to the next level in life. So that's what Envy is all about. Envy is about getting your vision stretched, getting your vision to another level, and making that happen. So anyway, let me end with my little koi pond that they're going to be making here. I think the last time I showed this video, there was about a 10-foot wall of dirt right here, so all that's gone. They took care of that the last 2 days. These guys are working their buns off, getting all the rocks down in the pond so the fish can hide. It's like they're making a jigsaw puzzle. It's interesting how they do that. So a jigsaw puzzle going on there so the fish can swim all between the different rocks and getting it all done. So that's pretty cool how that's going. So anyway, everyone, I hope your vision changes. I hope you have a new vision of 2020, not just your vision of 2020, a different vision of life, a different vision of success, a different vision of wealth, where it goes from generation to generation, because that's what it's all about. Okay, everybody, get that new 2020 going. Take care. Bye-bye.